Everybody else was doing a different thing last night.
And they should have been.
AJ Dybantsa. We've got ourselves one of them once.
I was doing, because like the World Cup's taken over, and like what's on your mind is all the different songs. You know, the Scottish Army or the Tartan Army or whatever, then England makes fun of them and everyone's got a song. I've been doing like my own, like, we've got AJ, I just don't think you understand. Like while I'm showering, just yelling, making up different things.
It's actually a great bit.
I'm doing all those bits and they end up with cursing. But the point is, I'm having such a good time with it. AJ Dybantsa's here. The realization keeps hitting me every once in a while. The dude that I coveted is here in town.
So the draft party last night was amazing. I got to say, it was a blast to be a part of that. I have all day long really been reveling in how just joyous that night was. I've been a part of nights like that working for this radio station. They have never been about the Wizards, really. They've been about, at different points, the Capitals during their Cup run or the Nationals during a World Series run or when we're doing some big event at the Anthem for a gala or something. They have been about the Commanders off and on for varying things. They've never been about the Wizards. Thousands of people at the Anthem last night. Mm-hmm. Probably 5,000 some people. I'll bet you there have been games at Capital One Arena the last few years where, if you're just counting Wizards fans, not the people that are there to see LeBron or Steph or, Kawhi or something, there haven't been that many people at Wizards games potentially. I didn't even know they existed. Like, where did all of these people come from? What a cool jersey you're wearing, and I remember that player. It was an awesome night. From start to finish, the energy was great. There was an electricity at the Anthem, and it was so obvious, Danny. I thought, based on our call volume, based on things we were seeing on social media, I thought it was kind of like 55-45 with fans wanting Dybantsa over Peterson. I'll say at least at the draft party, and maybe this is just because all the momentum the last 24 hours
has been to that, yeah.
Went toward Dybantsa. There was a king that needed to wear a crown, and then everyone else was just kind of invited to the party to kiss his ring. Every time they showed AJ on the screen in the 20 minutes or so before he was drafted, the place went nuts. Have you ever been in a game where there's like a kid trying to be the fan of the night, and they show the kid and everyone's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, the kid like takes his shirt off and like beating his chest. Yeah.
And then they show like the next guy dancing is just like a 40-year-old guy, and he's doing good dance moves.
And they're like,
but you're a grown-up. And so it goes from like, to like, and then they show the kid again. It would show Dybantsa, and then they would show Peterson, and then they would show Dybantsa, and that's the vibe of the room. And then when the Wizards were on the clock at number 1 and they made their pick, there was a little bit of question: is there any way they shock anyone? Because this group works in the shadows. Nobody really knows what they're going to do. And they announced AJ Dybantsa's name, and the roof blew off.
With the first pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Anise Dybantsa Jr. from Brigham Young University.
Now, I will say, I don't know how many people had heard Anise.
I had not.
CK actually said this to me. He's like, oh my God, my heart skipped a beat. And I saw Barstool Nate tweet this. It was a hilarious tweet where he's like, I got to be honest, Adam Silver, you just scared the crap out of me. Like, just say AJ. Because everyone's waiting for that first syllable. It's got to be, he's going to just say, hey. And if it's not, it could be anything. And he says Anise, and everyone's like, oh my God.
Wait.
They took some random dude from, the European League or whatever. What in the hell just happened? They did it. They shocked everyone. They took the guy that was 18th on the board. And then he said Dybantsa Jr., and nobody reacted at Anise, and everyone went crazy at Dybantsa.
There was a brief moment. I went, because I'm in the press box trying to get it hooked up. I had to like wait for my wife to text me back the login so I could watch my Cox Mobile from my computer up there. And so when I finally got it, like it was like moments before Adam Silver made the pick, and when he said the AN, not AJ, so he went on. I went, wow. Oh, okay. Like it was brief, but it was a moment.
I think there was a little pitter patter. Everybody's heart kind of skipped a beat because you're clinging to not the word, the syllable. Yeah. Like you know what you're listening for. Uh-huh. And then he goes Anise, and I'm like scrolling down my draft board. I'm like, wait, who? What?
What? Oh, Dybantsa, right?
Gotcha.
Okay, the guy. Yeah.
And apparently, so that's the name. Obviously, is Junior. He shares with his father, who goes by Ace. And he asked Adam Silver. He said he wanted to be referred to as Anise Dybantsa. I thought that was really cool because his dad is the reason, in his opinion, that he's where he is. His father is instrumental in his life. I found that really touching. The other thing I heard that I thought was awesome, Dybantsa did not want to be called by the Wizards before the pick. In fact, he gave his phone to his dad so that no one could talk to him, text him, call him, tell him you're the guy. His agent couldn't reach out to him. He wanted to find out when Adam Silver said a name. I think that is awesome. He wanted to know when we all knew. And so, quite literally, he said, Dad, just take my phone. No one can reach me. And if you're at the table, like the family, no one's going for their phones. No one's calling us. The Wizards know.
So if someone calls you to notify you that you're being selected, either no one answers it or Dad does?
Well, I don't think Dad did either.
Oh.
He wanted to find out by the commissioner saying either Darren Peterson or Anise Dybantsa Jr.
I think that's admirable. It's like the folks that when they find out that the mom's pregnant and they're like, we don't want to know. You go, what do you mean you don't want to know? Don't you have to know immediately? Don't you 100% need to know? And they're like, nope, whenever baby is born, then we'll find out. Like, oh my God, I can't imagine.
Who are the people that can do that?
I only know a couple that have done it that way.
I have a friend who he and his wife did that. I admire it. I think it's the most insane thing in the world.
I think it's insane.
You're a crazy person.
Yeah.
They literally wait until the baby comes out of the mom.
Yeah.
To look at the child that they've just brought into the world to say, it's a boy. And someone tells you that as they hand you this baby. What?
What is my question to that?
You just went 9+ months not knowing?
I can't imagine. The instant you can know, I'd have to know. Whatever it is, I have to prepare myself. You know what I mean? Like, infinite preparation is needed.
We've had so much practice at this.
I was going to say, there's so many kids for you to have done this.
Did
you never find out once?
Oh, my God, dude.
Didn't your wife not want to find out once?
She knows it's not possible.
Right.
The thing that she did after maybe the second kid is she said, I'm not going to tell you that we're pregnant because you immediately, A, tell everyone as soon as you find out, and B, need to know the gender as soon as possible. And, like, we shouldn't be doing that. We got to wait till X amount of weeks. Or
Sure.
But the last time we did this thing, now you can send off for, like, this non-invasive test at, like, 3 minutes. Like 3 minutes into being pregnant, they'll tell you what the gender is at like a 99% rate because science is so amazing. And so we did that. But yeah, I can't wait.
Right. There's no waiting.
Just generally, my patience is not great.
And you're also an investigator at heart. Like you are a detective.
I'm a curious person.
Yes.
I'm a detective. I solve many crimes.
Or mysteries, because this one isn't a crime. This is just, it was one or the other, right? And you're determining that. It's a mystery. It's left out there for you.
Money is gone that could have been there.
Oh, I see.
That makes it.
Oh, tangentially.
Yes.
Aiding and abetting or something.
Something like that. Did you hear the call from Will Dawkins to AJ Dybantsa last night? There's never been a call from GM to player that was less like an executive telling a player you're coming to our team than this. And what I mean by that is, in the best way possible, these guys have an exceptional rapport. When I heard that call, I now know that what I speculated is true. They have known it was AJ Dybantsa since the second that they won the lottery. They're from the same area. He knows the family. Like he said on the Junkies at some point a long time ago, I think it might have been right after they won the lottery, that he's known the family and known Dybantsa since he was a kid. You can hear it in this phone call. Compare this. I'm not trying to knock DQ or Adam Peters or something, but like compare this to Peters calling Antonio Williams, who he's talked to twice for 4 minutes or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to this call. It's a guy talking to a neighbor that he's known since he was 4 playing basketball next to his house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finally official.
Hey, congratulations, man. That hat look good on you, though.
Thank you. I know it does.
What suit is it? You didn't tell me. What you got? What you rocking?
Kenzo, all black. I knew the hat was gonna be black, so I went all black, and I fit the meme rainbow face on the watch.
That's tough. How you feeling, man?
Sorry, it's a surreal feeling. I feel just blessed. Thank y'all so much.
Man, you've earned this, man. From where you started to where you're at right now, man. Your family, everybody should be proud. I talked to the fans here. They are so happy, bro. They just want to welcome you with open arms. Get you back on the East Coast where you belong.
I can't wait to get there. It's going to be lit, for sure.
We got a bunch of people there. Take care of you tonight. We'll connect after you get to your party and do all your fun stuff. And I'll see you when you land tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, man. Congrats again.
Appreciate it.
Welcome. All right.
So that's Will Dawkins and AJ Dybantsa.
It's like congratulating somebody that is, going to finish high school next week or something. It's like a nephew.
But you hear that rapport that I'm talking about? That's a real relationship they've built in this process, obviously, already. Some of that is that Will Dawkins is just a stud. Like, he's got an EQ where he's one of these guys. You meet him once, and you think you're really good friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw him at training camp. He was hanging out. Went to a practice last year, and I hadn't seen him since I was at a Wizards game, and he came into the suite when we were at 106.7 The Fan Night. They had us all out, and he came by and kicked it with us for a quarter or two. And that was like a couple months earlier, and I saw him at training camp. And I basically went up to like dap him up, like, Will, what's good, man? How you like we just had dinner the night before?
Sure.
And he just played along, but I realized after, I'm like, what unserious, like, what is he thinking right now?
Yeah. Because think about how many tens of thousands of people he's met and left an impression with. Everybody like wants to know him because he's the gatekeeper.
But he
as
is
a
that
GM.
guy. You
Yeah,
think you're tight with him just because he's so personable and relatable. I'm just smitten with the front office. I saw Winger last night. He couldn't be a better, nicer dude. I say this a couple days after they gave out an extension to Trae Young that I didn't even like that much. I understand why they did it and how we got here. I don't hate it. I just, 212 for me for Trae Young is a tough sell, my friend. But their batting average is so high. They have done this so effectively and proficiently. They're on such a heater on this rebuild that Elf style, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Like, this front office has given me hope again in basketball that I haven't had in a long time.
Indeed. Yeah, whether you like a move or not, individually, I think that's healthy and fun, and that's sports debating. Right? That's kind of what we're supposed to be doing at the end of the day. The confidence that I have when I tuck myself in that little bed at night and I snuggle that sheet and that blanket up just so is there's a plan. There's a thoughtful, coherent plan. And if that one goes awry for whatever reason, there's a plan B, there's a plan C. Everything is thoughtfully done versus the haphazard, fly-by-night, let's just see if this works kind of a thing. And then let's have a new paradigm every 6 months. Whatever that is. Everything makes sense. They're basically right now in a phase of we are going to gather a bunch of young pieces together, pair them with some veterans, and see what shakes out. Right now we're having fun going, is Keyshawn George a 2? Is he going to be kind of moved to shooting guard instead of the small 4 down with Dybantsa? Or, is there a big guy coming next to Sarr? Or what's going to happen with Anthony Davis? We're having fun doing that. Maybe Trey Johnson emerges, maybe he doesn't. Maybe Bob Carrington turns into a really good player playing alongside Trae Young or backing up Trae Young. We don't know yet. I don't know that they do either, but that's okay. They're still in this brilliant phase of not giving up too much, not overextending themselves, building towards something special. Now, the hardest moves, the hardest levers to pull are going from not from bad to okay, and not even from okay to pretty good. It's how do you get to great? And that's something this franchise simply has not done in my lifetime. That's the really hard part, but you're building the pyramid to greatness right now by adding probably and hopefully the best player on your team for the next 10 years in this kid. I love it.
I didn't do this last night. I wanted to, but I got home too late and was too tired. So it'll probably be something I do today or tomorrow. But I went back and jotted down a couple of the games I want to find in their entirety to watch of AJ Dybantsa. He scored 40 twice this past season. He scored 35 a total of, I think, 8 times last season. But that 40.9 rebound, 6 assist game against Kansas State in the tourney when his team scored 105, or the 43-point season-high performance against Utah that he had on his way to leading BYU to 91 points. I can't wait to just go back and watch those games in their entirety to see what we're about to be spoiled with. But we'll open up the phones for you guys. Want to hear from you about your excitement level. AJ Dybantsa, the pick. Feels like much ado about very little. Darren Peterson, the rest of the draft class, maybe this was written in the stars a long time ago. How do you feel about Dybantsa to DC? 800-636-1067. Also, I mentioned the draft show that I was a part of last night with the Junkie. Their draft special over at the Anthem. John Wall joined us after the pick. He was great. He gave some strong opinions, talked about what Trae Young needs to do to make this work. I want people to hear what he said about that. Also, he gave his starting lineup and how the rotation should work with the vision of Dybantsa being heavily involved. This was after the pick last night, so you'll hear from Wall as soon as we return next on G&D here on The Fan.